Want to speak real Thai from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at ThaiPod101.com.
Hello guys, welcome back to Thai Top Words. I'm Jay, and today we'll be doing top 10 phrases to survive at the station. Okay, let's begin. ฉันอยากไป I'd like to go too. ฉันอยากไป I'd like to go. ฉันอยากไปกรุงเทพ I'd like to go to Bangkok. This is a very useful phrase, because I don't know, I just feel like it's very useful if you want to go anywhere, just put the place at the end of the sentence, like ฉันอยากจะไป let's say ญี่ปุ่น I'd like to go to Japan. นี่ใช่ชานชาลาที่จะไปหรือเปล่า Is this the right platform for นี่ใช่ชานชาลาที่จะไปหรือเปล่า Is this the right platform for นี่ใช่ชานชาลาที่จะไปสยามหรือเปล่า Is this the right platform for Siam? By the way, Siam is the name of a BTS station in Bangkok. รถไฟเที่ยวสุดท้ายมากี่โมง What time is the last train? รถไฟเที่ยวสุดท้ายมากี่โมง What time is the last train? In Bangkok, there are actually 3 types of train. First is the local trains that run from city to city. The another one is BTS, and the last one is MRT, which is the underground train. For BTS and MRT in Bangkok, they only run from around 5 a.m. in the morning to midnight. But it's still alright. I mean, even though you missed it, you can take a cab to go back home because I think the taxi fare in Thailand is very cheap. ฉันต้องเปลี่ยนรถไฟเพื่อไปที่ไหน Where do I change for? ฉันต้องไปเปลี่ยนรถไฟเพื่อไปที่ไหน Where do I change for? ฉันต้องเปลี่ยนรถไฟเพื่อไปสีลมที่ไหน Where do I change for สีลม สีลม is actually a business district in Bangkok. สถานีรถไฟอยู่ที่ไหน Where's the train station? สถานีรถไฟอยู่ที่ไหน Where is the train station? But if you are in Bangkok, you can just say BTS. BTS อยู่ที่ไหน Where is BTS? MRT อยู่ที่ไหน Where is MRT? ฉันสามารถซื้อตั๋วได้ที่ไหน Where can I buy a ticket? ฉันสามารถซื้อตั๋วได้ที่ไหน Where can I buy a ticket? If it's a local train, I think you can buy train ticket from a counter at the train station. However, if it's BTS or MRT, you need to buy it from the machine. I think it's the same as everywhere in the world. ไปราคาเท่าไหร่ How much is it to? ไปราคาเท่าไหร่ How much is it to? ไปสีลมราคาเท่าไหร่ How much is it to สีลม Normally in Thailand, transportation is pretty cheap if you compare to other countries. Like our taxi fare or our bus fare are very cheap. However, for BTS and MRT, I think it's relatively a bit more expensive compared to other transportation in Thailand. รถเมล์คันนี้ไปไหม Does this bus go to? รถเมล์คันนี้ไปไหม Does this bus go to? รถเมล์คันนี้ไปไหม Does this bus go to? รถเมล์คันนี้ไปประตูน้ำไหม Does this bus go to ประตูน้ำป้ายรถเมล์อยู่ไหน Where is the bus stop? ป้ายรถเมล์อยู่ไหน Where is the bus stop? In Bangkok, there are aircon and non-aircon bus. So if it's non-aircon bus, the color will be like red or blue. But if it's aircon, it will be orange. For your information. รถเมล์คันถัดไปมากี่โมง When is the next bus? รถเมล์คันถัดไปมากี่โมง When is the next bus? Well, sadly speaking, in Thailand, we don't have bus schedule. I mean, we do. I think I do believe that we do, but no one has seen it, and no one knows about the time schedule of the bus. So basically, if we want to go anywhere by bus, we just go to a bus stop and wait until that bus comes. Okay, we are done for today. Thank you for watching the lesson. In Thailand, we have different kinds of transportation, such as taxi, bus, train, motorcycle taxi, so on and so forth. How about you guys? What is your common transportation in your country? Let us know in the comment below. And don't forget to like this video as always. Subscribe to our channel and visit our website at thaipod101.com. See you next time. Bye bye. Hello guys! Welcome back to Thai Top Words. I'm Jay, and today we'll be doing 10 words for connecting thoughts. Okay, let's get started. อย่างไรก็ตาม however. First one. อย่างไรก็ตาม however. This word is used to connect two sentences, but these two sentences are the opposite from one another. So it's similar to the word but. It's like you kind of connect two sentences, but the idea of each sentence is different. ฉันชอบกินขนมหวานมาก อย่างไรก็ตามถ้ากินมากๆมันก็ไม่ดีนะ I love to eat dessert. However, if you eat it too much, then it's not good for your health. ในที่สุด eventually. ในที่สุด eventually. ในที่สุดฉันก็ทำการบ้านเสร็จ Eventually I finished all my homework. ในขณะเดียวกัน meanwhile. ในขณะเดียวกัน meanwhile. ฉันกำลังทำการบ้านในขณะเดียวกันน้องชายก็กำลังเล่นเกม I'm doing my homework. Meanwhile my brother is playing games. แล้วก็ then. แล้วก็ then. ฉันกินข้าวเสร็จแล้วก็กินของหวานต่อ I finished my meal and then I had dessert. แทนที่ instead. แทนที่ instead. For this word, sometimes it is แทนที่ sometimes it is just the word แทน so you can either use แทนที่ or แทน depending on the context. ฉันไปเที่ยวภูเก็ตแทนที่จะไปเที่ยวพัทยา I traveled to Phuket instead of traveling to Pattaya. อย่างแน่นอน certainly. อย่างแน่นอน certainly. พวกเราจะชนะอย่างแน่นอน We will win certainly. ยิ่งนัก indeed. ยิ่งนัก indeed. ฉันรักเธอยิ่งนัก I love you indeed. This word ยิ่งนัก it is quite formal, so normally we will say it in writing, like in a books or in literature. So we don't really actually say it out because it's not really natural to say this word. นอกเหนือจาก besides. นอกเหนือจาก besides. นอกเหนือจากอาหารไทยฉันก็ชอบกินอาหารญี่ปุ่น Besides Thai food, I also like Japanese food. ยังคง still. ยังคง still. ฉันยังคงรักเขาอยู่ I still love him. So it seems like every sentence is about love. Okay. ในขณะนี้ currently. ในขณะนี้ currently. ในขณะนี้ฝนกำลังตก Currently it is raining. It is a bit formal, so I think you hear it in the news or you can see it in writings. But if you want to say it, I think you can say ตอนนี้ or now. It's more, natural. We're done for today's lesson. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, แล้วก็ then go to visit thaipod101.com. If you do, you will certainly be good at Thai อย่างแน่นอน Okay, see you next time. Bye bye.
I'm not sure I understand.
currently again wait.
Let me check on.
currently
I'm not sure I understand.
You are at a bus terminal where you're attempting to buy a ticket from a ticket counter. There are 4 different counters. Which counter should you line up at to go to the south side of the city? Which counter should you line up at to go to the south side of the city? The third counter is the counter for bus tickets that go to the south side of the city.
ไปทางทิศใต้ของเมือง
You are at a bus terminal where you've just bought a long-distance ticket. Which row and seat number are you in? Which row and seat number are you in? The ticket says that you're in the 8th row in seat C.
แถวที่ 8 ที่นั่ง C.
You are at a bus terminal where you're reading the schedule for long-distance buses. On which days are there no buses running? On which days are there no buses running? There are no buses running on public holidays and the 3rd Sunday of every month.
วันหยุดราชการทุกวันอาทิตย์ที่ 3 ของเดือน
You are at a bus terminal where you're waiting for the 3:01 bus. There is a notice posted on the bus timetable. What does the notice say? What does the notice say? The notice reads, "The 3:01 bus does not stop here."
รถบัสหมายเลข 301 ไม่จอดที่นี่
You just got off a bus at a bus terminal and you're looking to catch a taxi. Which direction should you go to get to the taxi rank? Which direction should you go to get to the taxi rank? You should head east to get to the taxi rank.
ทิศตะวันออก Hello guys, I'm Jay. Today we are going to do top 15 Thai words chosen by fans. Let's begin. กรุงเทพ Bangkok กรุงเทพ which literally means a city of gods. But the real name of Bangkok is actually the longest capital city's name in the world. You ready? Okay. กรุงเทพมหานคร อมรรัตนโกสินทร์ มหินทรายุทธยมหาดิลก ภพนพรัตน์ราชธานีบุรี โรมอุดม ราชนิเวศน์มหาสถาน อมรพิมานอวตารสถิต สักกทัตติยวิษณุกรรมประสิทธิ์ Okay, I did it. Okay, that's the whole name. Long, isn't it? ขอบคุณ Thank you. ขอบคุณ means thank you. ขอบคุณค่ะ for girls and ขอบคุณครับ for guys. But like for people who are younger than you or someone that you feel close to, like your close friends, you might as well say ขอบใจ It's a less formal word for ขอบคุณ ขอบใจ ขอโทษ I'm sorry. For the word ขอโทษ we have two meanings. First is sorry and the second one is excuse me. You want to call someone like excuse me, you can say ขอโทษค่ะ something like that. อะไร what? When people talk too fast and I don't really follow what they're talking about, I would say like what? What? So in Thai you say อะไร อะไรนะ อะไรอะ อะไรนะ So it's like what? จริง true จริง means true or really. When they say something and you want to ask them really? Is it like that? Really? You can say จริงเหรอ จริงอะจริงเหรอคะ Something like this. Bye. 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 Like bye bye. In Thai we also say bye. Like bye. Bye. Actually it comes from English word. So yeah. It doesn't use in a formal situations. Normally we would say ลาก่อน ลาก่อน mean goodbye, farewell in Thai, but it's very formal. มีความสุข happy. มีความสุข means happy. มี actually means have. ความสุข is happiness. You can say like มีความสุข มีความสุขจังเลย รถไฟ train. รถไฟ train in English. In Thailand we have trains a lot, but it's not a popular way. I wouldn't recommend it personally, but you can try. Because first, it's quite slow for me. Normally when I travel, I fly. I travel by plane, not by train, but you can try. รัก love รัก meaning love. รัก is a verb. If you want to say like love as a noun, you say it ความรัก ความรัก You love the person, like I love you. You say something like ฉันรักคุณ ฉันรักคุณ ฉัน is I, love is รัก and คุณ is you. So I love you. ฉันรักคุณ สวัสดี hello. Normally we do this. สวัสดีค่ะ meaning hello, but it has another meaning, means goodbye. So you can say สวัสดี for hello or goodbye. This is another way to say goodbye, but in formal way, like สวัสดี สวัสดีค่ะ สวัสดีครับ สุดยอด awesome. 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 It's awesome. You know, you can say สุดยอด สุดยอดเลย Don't forget to give them a thumb, like สุดยอดเลย อิสรภาพ freedom. อิสรภาพ means freedom. If you want to say I want to have freedom, you can say in Thai ฉันอยากมีอิสรภาพ ฉันอยากมีอิสรภาพ You can do it. เคารพ respect เคารพ meaning respect. You can say I respect you like in Thai you can say to her or to him ฉันเคารพคุณนะฉันเคารพคุณนะแม่ mother แม่ or คุณแม่ means mother or mom. A more formal word is คุณแม่แม่คุณชื่ออะไรแม่คุณชื่ออะไร What is your mom's name โรงเรียน school โรงเรียน school like do you want to go to school do you like school like คุณชอบไปโรงเรียนไหม Okay, now we are done with today's lessons. Okay, can you remember them all? Which is your favorite word anyway? So anyway, please don't forget to subscribe our channel and see you next time. Bye bye. Bangkok means there's no meaning. Sorry. No. Let's try it one more time. Okay. Hello guys. Welcome back. I'm Jay. And today we are going to do 10 foods that will kill you faster. I think this lesson is very fun. So if you're ready, let's begin. ข้าวโพดคั่ว microwave popcorn. It won't kill you, but if you eat a lot, then you will get fat, right? I mean, this food. I love that, you know. Popcorn. น้ำอัดลม soda. Who doesn't like soda? Come on. But I understand like it's not good for your health. It's very unhealthful. So I love soda. ฉันชอบน้ำอัดลม ฉันชอบน้ำอัดลม soda บะหมี่กึ่งสำเร็จรูป instant noodle. This is a formal word for instant noodle, but in Thai like บะหมี่กึ่งสำเร็จรูป is quite long. We shorten it to mama. Actually, the word mama is a brand, one of the most famous instant noodle name in Thailand. That's why we use it to refer to instant noodle. I eat instant noodles every day. ฉันกินมาม่าทุกวัน or formally ฉันกินบะหมี่กึ่งสำเร็จรูปทุกวัน มันฝรั่งทอดกรอบ potato chips. We have ต้มยำกุ้ง flavor. I love this flavor a lot, like spicy and sour and salty and a bit of sweet. I want to buy potato chips. ฉันอยากซื้อมันฝรั่งทอดกรอบ อาหารแช่แข็ง frozen food. In Thailand, there are a lot of people who don't have time to cook for themselves. Like either they don't have time or they're lazy like me. I'm very lazy when it comes to cooking. So normally we just go and buy frozen food. All Thai food that you can name off, you can find it in the form of frozen food. Like tom yam goong, green curry, ข้าวมันไก่ like everything at all. เนยเทียม margarine. Okay, I have never cooked using margarine before, so I'll give you some sentence. I eat bread with margarine. ฉันกินขนมปังกับเนยเทียม ฉันกินขนมปังกับเนยเทียม เนื้อสัตว์แปรรูป processed meat. I think it means sausage, like ham, those who are processed. ฉันใช้เนื้อสัตว์แปรรูปในการทำอาหาร I used processed meat to cook food. Bacon. That's why I have never been thin before. I mean, like every food that I like is fattening. Anyway, bacon, like I fry bacon. ฉันทอดเบคอน ฉันทอดเบคอน ทุเรียน durian. It is fruit, like Thai food. But besides the fact that it's fattening, it can literally kill you. If you eat it with alcohol, like beer, there's some chemical reaction going on inside your body and your body become like heated up and you can die. I recommend you not to try eating durian with alcohol. It's very dangerous. นมข้นหวาน condensed milk. It's very fattening food, but it's very tasty. In Thailand, we eat it with different kinds of food, like drink, like we pour it into Milo, coffee, like Thai milk tea. We also eat it with bread and also snow cone. So it's very popular in Thailand, but if you eat it purely, it's very fattening. Just to warn you guys, but you should try. We are done for today. Thank you guys for watching. Today we have done 10 foods that will kill you faster. I hope you are enjoying the lesson. And please don't forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you and see you next time. ข้าวโพดครุ See, like even I'm Thai, I don't know how to pronounce it. กรอบ
สวัสดีครับครูวีรพร
สวัสดีค่ะคุณสตีฟ
สบายดีไหมครับ
ดิฉันสบายดีค่ะแล้วคุณสตีฟสบายดีไหมคะ
ผมสบายดีครับผมจะไปประเทศไทยพรุ่งนี้ครับ
คุณสตีฟจะไปทำอะไรที่ประเทศไทยคะ
ผมจะไปติดต่อธุรกิจครับ
เดินทางปลอดภัยค่ะ
ขอบคุณครับ
Want to speak real Thai from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at thaipod101.com.
คุณเป็นคนไทยใช่ไหมครับ
ใช่ค่ะ
คุณเป็นคนที่ไหนครับ
ดิฉันเป็นคนกรุงเทพค่ะแล้วคุณล่ะคะ
ผมเป็นคนอเมริกันครับผมเกิดที่ซานดิเอโก
สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ
วันนี้คุณแดนจะไปเที่ยวที่ไหนคะ
ยังไม่รู้เลยครับ
ไปพระบรมมหาราชวังสิคะเป็นที่ที่นักท่องเที่ยวทุกคนต้องไปชมนะคะ
อ๋อผมไปมาแล้วเมื่อวานครับ
แล้วไปวัดโพมาแล้วหรือยังคะ
ยังครับ
งั้นวันนี้คุณแดนก็ไปวัดโพสิคะที่วัดโพมีพระนอนที่มีชื่อเสียงมากเลยนะคะเฮ้ยูทีเชิร์ต
มีเสื้อยืดกระทิงแดงไหมครับ
โอ้ยมีสิครับมีสีขาวกับสีน้ำเงินครับ
ตัวนี้สวยดีแต่เล็กไปหน่อย
อ๋อตัวนี้ไซส์ M ครับแต่ไซส์ XL ก็มีแป๊บนึงนะนี่ครับ
อ๋อตัวนี้ดีกว่าจริงๆด้วยตัวเท่าไหร่ครับ
ถูกครับตัวละ300ครับ
300โอ้ยแพงไปผมมีเงินอยู่แค่200 บาทเองครับ
เอางั้นผมลดให้200แล้วกัน
ขอบคุณมากครับเงินเอาตัวสีขาวเงินตัวครับ
Hello everyone, welcome back to Thai Top Words. I'm Jay, and today we will be doing must-know expressions for agreeing and disagreeing. Okay, let's begin. ฉันเห็นด้วยกับคุณอย่างยิ่ง I couldn't agree with you more. ฉันเห็นด้วยกับคุณอย่างยิ่ง I couldn't agree with you more. Actually, the word อย่างยิ่ง means very. We use it when we write, but when we say it, it's a bit too formal. So you can, to make it more natural, you can say ฉันเห็นด้วยกับคุณมากๆ That would also means the same thing. แน่นอน of course. แน่นอน of course. Well, แน่นอน sure, of course would do. If you really agree with someone, then you use this word. ฉันกำลังจะพูดเลย I was just going to say that. ฉันกำลังจะพูดเลย I was just going to say that. พรุ่งนี้หยุดเราไปเที่ยวกันไหม Tomorrow is a holiday. Should we go somewhere? ฉันกำลังจะพูดเลย I was just going to say that. ใช่คุณพูดถูก Yes, you are right. ใช่คุณพูดถูก Yes, you are right. ฉันว่าปลอกมือถือสีดำเนี่ยสวยกว่าสีขาวนะ I think a black phone case is nicer than the white one. ใช่คุณพูดถูก Yes, you are right. คุณผิดแล้ว you are wrong คุณผิดแล้ว you are wrong ฉันว่าปลอกมือถือสีดำสวยกว่าสีขาวนะ I think the black phone case is nicer than the white one do you think so คุณผิดแล้ว ฉันว่าสีขาวสวยกว่านะ you are wrong I think the white one is nicer ฉันไม่คิดอย่างนั้นนะ I don't think so ฉันไม่คิดอย่างนั้นนะ I don't think so ฉันคิดว่าเราควรจะลงทุนในที่ดินมากกว่าไปลงทุนในสต็อกนะ I think we should invest in real estate rather than stocks ไม่อ่ะ ฉันไม่คิดอย่างนั้น No I don't think so อาจจะ maybe อาจจะ maybe พรุ่งนี้ไปเที่ยวด้วยกันไหม Do you wanna hang out tomorrow อาจจะนะ maybe you know what like this if a girl said maybe probably is a no ฉันไม่เห็นด้วย I don't agree no ฉันไม่เห็นด้วย I don't agree no นี่เธอเห็นด้วยไหมว่าเราควรจะไปญี่ปุ่นตอนวันสงกรานต์กันนะ Hey do you agree that we should go to Japan during สงกรานต์ฉันไม่เห็นด้วยนะ ฉันอยากอยู่บ้าน I don't agree no I want to stay home ฉันเห็นด้วย I agree ฉันเห็นด้วย I agree you know what like in Thai normally we can just omit the subject so if you agree you don't need to say the full sentence as in ฉันเห็นด้วย you just say เห็นด้วย or ไม่เห็นด้วย when you agree or don't agree and that is enough จริงด้วย that's true จริงด้วย that's true ปีนี้เราต้องเก็บเงินสร้างบ้านนะเลยไม่อยากไปญี่ปุ่น This year we have to save up for our house so that's why I don't want to go to Japan จริงด้วย that's true and that's the end for this lesson how about you guys when you agree or disagree with someone how do you say it don't forget to subscribe our channel like this video and check out our website at thaipod101.com do you agree with that okay see you next time bye bye
If you're learning a new language, there will be times when you'll struggle with the lesson, when you won't fully understand what you've learned, when you'll be in a rut, or when you just won't feel like you're making any progress. And that's totally normal. In this video, you'll learn what to do if you're not learning and how to overcome language learning struggles. Let's begin. Number 1. Understand the mindset of a successful learner. Some learners are more successful than others. A key difference between successful learners and less successful learners is in the way they approach problems. Some learners rely completely on a learning program. If there's a grammar rule or word they don't understand, they get frustrated and blame the program. They don't look for solutions. Successful learners approach problems a little differently. If they encounter a problem, they look for a solution or ask for help instead of getting frustrated. You may feel frustrated at times, especially if you're a beginner, but how you choose to react will make all the difference. Number 2, set small, measurable, realistic goals with a deadline. Most learners fail because they set big, vague goals, like, I want to be fluent. When they realize they have no idea how to do that, they lose motivation and quit. The solution to this? Set small, measurable, realistic goals with a deadline. For example, finish 10 audio lessons by the end of this week. Learn 20 words by the end of this week. Speak 1 minute of conversation by the end of this month. Listen to lessons for just 5 minutes a day, every day this month. Now your goals are small and realistic enough to accomplish. They're specific and measurable, so you know when you reach them, and the deadline gives you a finish line. For example, either you learned all 20 words by Friday or you didn't. When you reach your goal, you gain a ton of confidence. This improves your chances of reaching your next goal because you've had experience reaching a goal and you understand the things you need to do to be successful. Number 3, Read along with the lesson notes and lesson transcripts. Now, what if you're doing a lesson but you can't catch a word? Take advantage of the lesson notes and lesson transcripts and read along with the lesson. The lesson notes give you in-depth grammar and vocabulary explanations that are not available in the lesson. And the lesson notes give you the word-for-word transcript of everything said in the lesson. So if you want to pick up every word, read the transcript. Number 4, review, because repetition is the mother of all learning. If you're struggling with a particular word, grammar rule, or lesson, be sure to repeat and review it a few times. And then, come back a few days later and review it again. This same principle is used in our spaced repetition flashcards. The system quizzes you on words, then re-quizzes you in 3 days, then in 6 days, and so on, until the word gets embedded in your long-term memory. Some things you can do right now are download the lesson and lesson notes, save the words to your word bank, or even write down the words or grammar rules. Then come back to review them later. Number 5, reach out to our teachers and ask questions. If you're a Premium Plus member, you can easily get in touch with your teacher and get all of your points of confusion cleared up. Or you can always leave a comment on our lessons, and our teachers will get back to you. Remember, you're not alone. If you're struggling with a lesson, you can always get in touch with us. Number 6, take a break and go do something else. Another thing you can do is take a break and do something else that doesn't require much thinking. There's a reason our best ideas come while in the shower or while taking a walk. While you're on a break, your brain is more relaxed and starts making connections that you couldn't see when you were focused and stressed out. It's also why coming back to review things with a fresh mind can help you better understand the lessons you've taken. Number 7, downgrade your learning routine. If you're studying for 30 minutes a day and find yourself overwhelmed, or if you suddenly find yourself busy, the best thing to do is to reduce your study routine to something easier and more manageable. If you've been learning 30 minutes a day, drop down to 10 or 15 minutes. Even 5 minutes is good enough because language learning success comes with consistency. Quitting and coming back every 3 months won't work. This brings us to our next point. Number 8, remember, learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint. Think about it. You can't cram for 5 hours and expect to remember everything you've studied. So just like with a marathon, it's okay to go slow and at your own pace, even if you're learning for just 5 minutes a day. Similarly, if you're having trouble understanding a grammar point or a lesson, don't let it bring you down. Learning a language is a marathon, a long-term game. The little points of confusion you have now are just small obstacles, and you'll fully understand them with time. So, if you're ready to finally learn a new language the fast, fun, and easy way, sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Signing up takes less than 30 seconds, and you'll start speaking from your very first lesson. If you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye!
ผู้หญิงคนหนึ่งกำลังถามพนักงานในร้านหนังสือ ผู้หญิงคนนี้อยากดูหนังสือเล่มไหน ขอโทษค่ะ ฉันอยากดูหนังสือเล่มหนึ่งบนชั้นนั้น
คุณอยากดูหนังสือเล่มไหนครับ
เล่มที่เกี่ยวกับรถยนต์ค่ะ
รอสักครู่นะครับ เล่มนี้เหรอครับ
ใช่แล้ว เล่มนี้ล่ะค่ะ
เชิญครับ
ผู้หญิงคนนี้อยากดูหนังสือเล่มไหน ผู้หญิงคนหนึ่งกำลังถามพนักงานในร้านหนังสือ ผู้หญิงคนนี้อยากดูหนังสือเล่มไหน ขอโทษค่ะ ฉันอยากดูหนังสือเล่มหนึ่งบนชั้นนั้น
คุณอยากดูหนังสือเล่มไหนครับ
เล่มที่เกี่ยวกับรถยนต์ค่ะ
รอสักครู่นะครับ เล่มนี้เหรอครับ
ใช่แล้ว เล่มนี้ล่ะค่ะ
เชิญครับ
ผู้ชายกำลังโทรศัพท์ไปที่คลินิกหมอ เขาต้องไปถึงคลินิกภายในกี่โมง สวัสดีค่ะ มีอะไรให้ช่วยบ้างคะ
วันนี้คลินิกปิดกี่โมงครับ
เราปิด6 โมงค่ะ แต่ขอให้มาก่อน5 โมงครึ่งนะคะ
โอเค ขอบคุณครับ
เขาต้องไปถึงคลินิกภายในกี่โมง ผู้ชายกำลังโทรศัพท์ไปที่คลินิกหมอ เขาต้องไปถึงคลินิกภายในกี่โมง สวัสดีค่ะ มีอะไรให้ช่วยบ้างคะ
วันนี้คลินิกปิดกี่โมงครับ
เราปิด6 โมงค่ะ แต่ขอให้มาก่อน5 โมงครึ่งนะคะ
โอเค ขอบคุณครับ
ผู้หญิงและผู้ชายกำลังดูรูปถ่าย พวกเขากำลังดูรูปอะไรกัน นี่เป็นรูปทีมฟุตบอลที่ลูกชายคุณเล่นอยู่ใช่ไหมคะ คนไหนลูกชายคุณเหรอคะ
คนนี้ครับ
โอ้ สูงที่สุดเลยนะคะ
ใช่ครับ เขาสูงกว่าผมเสียอีกครับ
พวกเขากำลังดูรูปอะไรกัน ผู้หญิงและผู้ชายกำลังดูรูปถ่าย พวกเขากำลังดูรูปอะไรกัน นี่เป็นรูปทีมฟุตบอลที่ลูกชายคุณเล่นอยู่ใช่ไหมคะ คนไหนลูกชายคุณเหรอคะ
คนนี้ครับ
โอ้ สูงที่สุดเลยนะคะ
ใช่ครับ เขาสูงกว่าผมเสียอีกครับ
ผู้ชายและผู้หญิงกำลังดูเมนูอยู่ในร้านอาหาร ผู้ชายจะสั่งอะไร
คุณจะสั่งอะไรครับ
พิซซ่าดูน่าอร่อย ฉันว่าฉันจะสั่งพิซซ่าค่ะ
ผมทานพิซซ่ามาเมื่อวาน
โอเค งั้นแฮมเบอร์เกอร์ล่ะ เป็นไงคะ
น่าจะดี ผมจะสั่งแฮมเบอร์เกอร์แล้วกันครับ
ผู้ชายจะสั่งอะไร ผู้ชายและผู้หญิงกำลังดูเมนูอยู่ในร้านอาหาร ผู้ชายจะสั่งอะไร
คุณจะสั่งอะไรครับ
พิซซ่าดูน่าอร่อย ฉันว่าฉันจะสั่งพิซซ่าค่ะ
ผมทานพิซซ่ามาเมื่อวาน
โอเค งั้นแฮมเบอร์เกอร์ล่ะ เป็นไงคะ
น่าจะดี ผมจะสั่งแฮมเบอร์เกอร์แล้วกันครับ
เด็กผู้ชายกำลังอ่านบันทึกส่วนตัว วันนี้เขาทำอะไรเป็นอย่างแรก
วันนี้อากาศดีมาก ตอนบ่ายผมไปว่ายน้ำในสระ แล้วก็ไปดูหนังตอนเย็น ผมอ่านหนังสือตลอดตอนเช้าด้วยนะ วันนี้ไม่เลวเลย
วันนี้เขาทำอะไรเป็นอย่างแรก เด็กผู้ชายกำลังอ่านบันทึกส่วนตัว วันนี้เขาทำอะไรเป็นอย่างแรก
วันนี้อากาศดีมาก ตอนบ่ายผมไปว่ายน้ำในสระ แล้วก็ไปดูหนังตอนเย็น ผมอ่านหนังสือตลอดตอนเช้าด้วยนะ วันนี้ไม่เลวเลย
When learning a new language, we sometimes have a hard time with things like procrastination, discouragement, or failure. But don't panic. With a good strategy, you'll be able to overcome these difficulties. Are you ready to discover the 4 habits of successful learners? Number 1. Optimize your time. When learning a language, it's important to dedicate time to your studies regularly, even if sometimes it's difficult. You're busy with school, work, family, or friends, but you can spread out your learning throughout the day. Study whenever you have small gaps of time in your busy schedule. This can be when you're on the metro, on your lunch break, or while you're exercising. Our podcast learning format fits perfectly into your tight schedule. Number 2. Consistency with your chosen method. There are a lot of options when it comes to courses and learning materials. Switching from one method to another can confuse you and disrupt your progress. Focusing on one learning method will make a difference. Our method has been created and optimized by real teachers, so you can stick to it with confidence. Number 3. Use your language background. Many languages share some commonalities. You can find words that look or sound similar, or even share the same grammar structure. A little bit of language background will give you an edge while learning. Number 4, study continuously. People are excited when they start learning a new language. The enthusiasm usually lasts until the first roadblock. This can lead to discouragement and procrastination. But don't burn yourself out. Learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint. Don't try to learn it all at once. Break things down into more digestible chunks. Learning step by step might feel slow, but it's an efficient way to learn a language. With patience, motivation, and good resources, you'll master the language. Remember, you can't learn a language overnight, but with motivation and these daily lessons, you'll be on the road to fluency. When learning a new language, everyone should have an ultimate goal to work towards. Whether you want to be able to connect with a relative, easily order food while traveling, or go somewhere new, having an end goal for your learning can be very motivating. A popular but challenging goal is being able to speak like a native speaker. It's difficult to measure exactly when you reach this goal, and it's not something you can pick up using textbooks alone. So how do you work on making your speech more natural? That's what we're going to look at today. Here are 3 tips to help you practice talking like a native speaker. Number 1, focus on vocabulary. If your goal is to speak like a native, you might be really focused on speaking quickly or using as many complex grammar patterns as possible. But in our native languages, we're not always trying to speak as fast as possible, and we use complex grammar patterns when necessary, not to show off. Vocabulary, however, is extremely important to expressing ourselves naturally. Your choice of words can reveal a lot about you and your understanding of the language. Most learners have had the experience of using a phrasebook or a dictionary to find a word they want to use, trying the word in conversation, and getting a look of confusion from the native speaker. In some cases, although your word choice may be grammatically correct, the word may be inappropriate for the situation or totally unnatural. This is especially important in business and other formal situations, where the right level of formality and professionalism is key. Being able to understand nuances in vocabulary words can also help you understand relationships between people just by listening to the conversation. Try to listen to many different types of conversations. Listen to how people talk to their friends, their superiors, and in customer service situations. This will give you a better idea of how to talk to others naturally. In some languages, you can omit words from sentences or use more direct communication styles. It's important to be aware of these things so you can apply them yourself. Colloquialisms and slang are also commonly used in most languages. As this sort of vocabulary is always evolving, it can be difficult to keep up with the latest words. Talk with native speakers and consume media in your target language to make sure you pick up these kinds of expressions. Media is a great resource for your learning. Ultimately, knowing the appropriate vocabulary to use for each situation will really help you sound more knowledgeable. Number 2, perfect your accent. With every language, there are unique pronunciation and intonation challenges. Some languages are tonal languages, and a change in pitch can completely change the meaning of a word. Then there's the fact that most countries have multiple dialects, and so people from one area of the country may sound different from those in another. So what is the best way to listen to a wide range of accents and different pronunciations? Video and audio resources are a great way to do this. YouTube is a perfect place to start because people from all kinds of different backgrounds upload videos to the platform. You can watch educational videos, daily life vlogs, cooking shows, a travel series, whatever interests you. Pay attention to the different ways people speak. Everyone is unique. And then practice speaking like them. This kind of practice can help you sound more natural. One note, please be aware of the type of resources you're using. For example, if you find a video where a speaker uses a rare dialect, it might not be a good idea to use that for your pronunciation practice, unless you have a special reason for studying a specific accent. As a general rule, it's best to try to search for practice resources that use a standard form of the language you're studying. Number 3, copy what you hear. Do you remember how you learned to speak as a child? We rarely learned new words just listening to them, or reading after we learned how. When we were little kids, we imitated the sounds we heard by repeating the sounds out loud. While you're talking to a friend, watching videos, or listening to audio in your target language, you can do this to try and replicate the way they speak. Doing this will help you work on mastering the flow of the language, your accent, intonation, and pronunciation. Of course, you might also pick up some new vocabulary this way. Make sure to repeat new words often. It's a great way to make sure you remember them. Try doing this using a number of different mediums and sources. That way, you'll be exposed to the diversity that the language offers and master the fundamentals of pronunciation. For example, you can watch and imitate several different YouTube videos and audio CDs, but try a few different sources, like different creators or different audio types, to make sure you experience a wide range of communication in your target language. If you're using our language learning program, you can even get your own teacher with Premium Plus. Your teacher can answer questions, give assignments, and even listen to your recordings and give you advice on pronunciation. Completing these kinds of lessons with a native teacher can really boost your confidence in your speaking skills. Becoming able to speak like a native is a popular goal for many people learning a new language. It feels great to be able to communicate smoothly, especially when the people you're talking to expect basic level sentences or broken communication. Try using the tips we've shared in this video to work on improving your speaking skills. Of course, it'll take time and persistence, but the reward will be more natural communication. And for even more tips on speaking, check out our complete language learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Get tons of resources to have you speaking in your target language. And if you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye! Want to know how to improve your listening and speaking skills, be able to save conversations, listen to them as many times as you want, and learn hundreds of practical everyday conversations? Well, there is an easy way to do this. In this video, we'll go over how to speak more using the dialogue track. So, what is the dialogue track? The dialogue track is an audio track with just the conversation from the lesson. It's only about 10 to 30 seconds long. Let's say you're looking at a 5-minute lesson about ordering food at a restaurant. First, you hear a conversation. Then our teachers explain every grammar rule and translate every word, so you know what it all means. That's where the dialogue track comes in. It gives you just the conversation. Here's what makes the dialogue track so powerful. First, you can quickly review the conversation without re-listening to the lesson. The dialogue track is just 10 to 30 seconds long, so it won't take you very long to cover both new and old information. This makes it perfect for a quick review of what you've just learned, and it helps keep it fresh in your brain. Second, you'll remember the conversations easier. Listen on repeat, like you would with a song, and the words, phrases, and grammar rules will stick better. And the more you come back to re-listen, the better it will all stick. Third, you'll speak more of your target language. So if you have 10, 20, or 100 dialogue tracks like that, then you have 10, 20, or 100 conversations that you'll know inside out and that you can use in real life. For example, conversations like catching up with friends, ordering at a restaurant, talking about your family, introducing yourself, and much, much more. Fourth, you improve your listening skills and can immerse yourself in the language. So imagine you've finished 20 lessons and you've downloaded 20 dialogue tracks to your phone. That's 20 conversations. You can create a playlist and play those 20 tracks and get used to the language and immerse yourself. To recap what we just learned, here's what you do to make the most of the dialogue tracks. First, after you finish a lesson, download the dialogue track. Save it to your computer or phone so you can listen to it on repeat whenever possible. Just replace 3 to 15 minutes of music listening for some language review. Next, if you've finished 20 lessons, you should have 20 dialogue tracks. Use those to create a playlist of these dialogue tracks so that you can listen to all kinds of conversations. And finally, try shadowing the conversations that you hear. This will become super easy once you've heard the conversation enough times. But if you're still struggling with a word or two, go back to the lesson and check the line-by-line breakdown of the conversation to find the words you need to practice. Boost your speaking skills with the dialogue track and check out our complete language learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Get tons of resources to have you speaking in your target language. And if you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye! Want to speak your target language with confidence and impress native speakers? When learning to speak a new language, you have lots of things to think about, including grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. Because you're thinking of all of these things and trying to speak, it can be difficult to communicate with confidence, especially in the beginning. This is why it's helpful to make confidence-building exercises part of your language learning process. In this video, you'll learn 7 ways to boost your confidence. 1. Read out loud. This might seem pretty basic, but it's a great way to practice speaking. Reading aloud lets you practice speaking without having to think about grammar or things to talk about. Reading out loud lets you focus on your pronunciation and the rhythm of the language. It can help you learn to speak more smoothly and quickly, without even thinking about it. If you're using our lessons, read the dialogue out loud as you listen. You can read along with the dialogue tool, the lesson notes, or the transcript. 2. Read like a child. This might sound strange, but think about children learning to read. They go slow and sound everything out. Maybe it takes 2 or 3 tries before they read a new word smoothly, and a few more tries before they can read it at a natural pace. This example applies to language learning too. If you find a complex sentence in something you're reading, read it slowly at first, then speed up. With practice, you'll be able to say it easily. It might feel a bit silly to speak very slowly, but this kind of practice can help you identify tough sounds you might miss or say incorrectly when reading quickly. 3. Use the dialogue breakdown tool. If you're using our site, this is a great tool to take advantage of. It breaks down lesson conversations into individual lines. You can listen to the audio for each line, learn what each line means, and can reread and review as much as you want. 4. Use the voice recorder to record and compare yourself with native speakers. Just click on the microphone icon next to each line in the dialogue section. You can use this tool to perfect your pronunciation if you like, but this is also something you can use to work on speaking with confidence at native level speed. You'll find this tool in the dialogue section of all of our lessons. 5. Repeat and review old lesson conversations. Reviewing what you've studied in the past is the best way to make sure you maintain what you've learned. Go back to older lessons, download the lesson dialogue tracks, and re-listen to the conversations again and again. Or you can reread the dialogue lines from previous lessons until you've mastered them all. 6. Shadow conversations. Repeat what you hear out loud. This tactic is important, but it can be tricky when you're doing a brand new lesson. If you're reviewing dialogues from lessons you've done though, it's super easy to do. Just listen to the dialogue and repeat what you hear. Shadowing means mimicking the speaker as soon as they speak, following their intonation and rhythms as closely as possible. 7. Send recordings to your Premium Plus teacher. If you want to speak with confidence, there's no better confidence boost than feedback from a native speaker, and you get just that with a Premium Plus teacher. You can record yourself reciting a lesson dialogue or any dialogue of your own, and your teacher will give you specific tips on how to improve. From the tips your teacher gives you, choose at least one and practice, practice, practice. Being able to react quickly and with confidence in a conversation is typically not something you can do on your first try, but if you continue practicing, you'll gradually find yourself speaking with ease. And for even more ways to build your speaking confidence, check out our complete language learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Get tons of resources to have you speaking in your target language. And if you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye! When you start out learning a foreign language, everything is exciting. You pick up new words and basic phrases fairly quickly. The first time you say a greeting or answer the question, "How are you?" you might even get a little thrilled. Speaking fluently doesn't feel that far off, and at this point, it really does seem like language learning isn't all that difficult. But after a week or two, things begin to change. After a few weeks of study, you start to hit walls as you're faced with strange grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. Everything about learning a new language seemed promising and hopeful before, but now you start to realize how difficult it's going to be. Speaking the language now feels like a long, far-off goal that you may or may not achieve one day. But don't let the innocence of being an absolute beginner or the disillusionment of being an experienced learner discourage you from learning. Speaking a new language may not be as far off as you thought. In this video, we'll look at 3 tips to help you practice your speaking skills, no matter what level you're at. Number 1, practice with native speakers. Practicing with native speakers is by far one of the most effective things you can do to improve your speaking abilities. Think of speaking a foreign language as riding a bike. After a certain point, you can't read or theorize about how to do it. You have to actually do it. If you can practice speaking with native speakers who correct you and give good feedback, then you'll be well on your way to improving your speaking. But where can you find native speakers to practice with? If you live in or near a major city, there's a good chance there are some native speakers there. You might even get lucky and discover an entire community. Do a little research into the demographics of your city, or simply keep your eyes open the next time you go through town. You can also attend a language exchange or cultural event. Meetup is a site for local enthusiast groups, and there are usually some language-speaking clubs or cultural clubs there. If you're unable to find native speakers where you live, then jump online and find them there. There are a lot of free online exchanges that allow you to connect with other language learners from all over the globe via text, audio, or video chat. Look for a speaker who is learning your native language. You can spend an hour or so helping each other in your respective target languages. This is a highly practical and helpful way to learn. It's also a great way to learn more directly about the culture you're studying in a real way. Number 2, devote some time to learning pronunciation. Pronunciation often isn't the first skill people think of working on when learning a foreign language, but that doesn't mean that it isn't important. Truth be told, you don't absolutely need a great accent to speak or understand every language. However, a decent accent can vastly improve your listening and speaking abilities in ways you might not expect. Being able to pronounce words and sounds makes it a lot easier for you to remember and understand new words simply by hearing them. If you can physically make a sound with your mouth, then you can mentally remember it. Once you have a good accent, the new language won't sound as foreign as it once did, and you'll be able to understand rapid speech, as well as pick up the definition of new words based on their conversational context. But how can you improve your accent? If you're serious about developing your accent, then you'll want to dissect the language's sound system into its individual parts. First by letters, then individual words, followed by whole phrases. Start doing some mild research on the phonetics of your target language. You don't have to get too technical here. Just try to get an idea of some of the main differences between it and your native language. Find out where native speakers usually put their tongue while saying certain sounds, or pay attention to the shape of their mouths when they speak. Is it open or closed? These subtle differences are what really help you improve. Once you get the letters down, start listening to native audio and compare your pronunciation to the native speakers. Our language learning program's playback feature is a great way to accomplish this. Take a phrase from a lesson and start by practicing the individual words, playing the audio back at a slower speed and then again at a regular speed. After comparing your speech to the audio, combine the words to make complete phrases, imitating the intonation of the native speakers. This precise method of pronunciation practice is one of the most efficient and effective ways to learn pronunciation. Number 3, imitate, don't just repeat. Anytime you speak, do your best to imitate the native speakers you've heard and practice with. Match the way their intonation rises and falls. Pay attention to their word order. It's even a good idea to match some of their body language. This degree of imitation will probably feel weird at first, but it reinforces fluency in the language and breaks you out of the parrot trap, where you simply learn and speak through rote memorization or repetition. This is a common problem that's often cited with other less effective language learning methods. Speaking a language is like playing music or dancing. You don't want to just know it. You want to live in the moment and feel it as you use it. You don't sit and think of what you're going to say in your native language before you say it. Why would you expect to do the same in a new one? Don't let ruffled expectations make you think that speaking a new language is impossible. Yes, it's difficult, but it probably isn't as difficult as you think it is. With a little determination and some faithful practice, you might be surprised how quick and how far you can progress. Use these tips to better practice the language and see real results in your speaking abilities. And for even more ways to practice your speaking, check out our complete language learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Get tons of resources to have you speaking in your target language. And if you enjoyed these tips, Hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye! Want to speed up your language learning? Take your very first lesson with us. You'll start speaking in minutes and master real conversations. Sign up for your free lifetime account. Just click the link in the description.